Welcome to this tutorial on how to identify technical writing flows. Technical flows fall into two broad categories. Flows that add unnecessary complexity and difficulty to trick or confuse examinees are known as irrelevant difficulty flows. Flows that aid test-wise examinees to the correct answer without real knowledge about the material are known as test-wiseness flows. Now let's look at the test-wiseness flows. Grammatical cluing. Take a look at the example in front of you. You'll notice that options A, B, and C flow naturally from the lead-in. They complete the sentence, while D doesn't. The question asks for administration of a medication. Option D is not an administration. Logical cluing. In this example, you'll notice that A and B form a pair of opposites. Test-wise examinees know that whenever there is a pair, one of them could be the answer. To fix this, create another pair for C and D, or eliminate the pair by replacing B with another property, side effect, contraindication, etc. Absolutes. You'll notice in this example that absolute terms are used extensively, always, never, and always again, except for option D, which stands out as the best guess for the uninformed examinees. Avoid absolutes such as always, never, must, and all. Clanging. Clanging is when a word in the stem is repeated again in the correct answer. In this example, you'll notice the repetition that occurred. Convergence. Convergence arises when the correct answer has more elements in common with the rest of the options, like illustrated in the example in front of you. How to fix this? Try to balance the elements per option. Each element appears equal number of times, like in here. More detailed correct answer. The correct answer in this example is the longest option. Item writers tend to pay particular attention to the correct answer to make sure that it is completely correct, and this is understandable as teachers because you would like your correct option to be more detailed. However, this could lead the examinee to the correct answer. The previously mentioned flows were representing the test-wiseness flows. Now let's look at the irrelevant difficulty flows. Wordy stem. Take a moment to look at the question in here and try to notice the amount of detail and the amount of emotions involved in the question. Many of us would like to be realistic, so we create a narrative to provide context. The problem is, a lot of irrelevant information would be involved and extra reading time will be needed. An important note is, try to resist the temptation to tell a story or to teach a point. Options not in the logical order. In the example in front of you, you'll notice that the options are not in any logical order. This adds extra confusion to the question. While in this revised item, it looks much better. Long confusing options. Take a look at the item in front of you. You'll notice that options are too wordy and redundant. Always make sure to have short, concise, and focused options. Vague frequency terms. In this example, frequency terms are used extensively. And the frequency terms are normally vague. How frequent is frequently and is usually more than likely? Nobody knows. To sum up, we talked about two types of technical flows: irrelevant difficulty flows and test-wiseness flows. Try to avoid both types of flows. That's all for